Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Friday, June 23rd, 2017. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Ministry and Department of Agriculture embarked on a project to protect the coastline and the vegetation in the New River area. Forestry Officer in the Department of Agriculture, Floyd Liburd, says there will be proper management at Coconut Walk.
I think there was a spatial plan being developed to look at this sort of situation where farmers would be engaged in dealing with fencing their animal, creating paddocks and so on, so that the overgrazing aspect could stop. I know that there's a farmers group in this area, and we try to encourage farmers, the livestock farmers especially, because the crop farmers are on board, to come in and let's see how we could get a project, whether through the Jeff funding and so on, to create fencing so they could fence in those animals and create feedlots, plots for those animals. So yes, there is something ahead for those farmers.
In an interview with the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Eric Evelyn, Liburd stated that he is pleased with the progress of the project.
I'm satisfied so far. We had a little setback, as we said. We had some setback before. We could have been further ahead, but those were worked out. So I'm satisfied at this point, at the point where the project is right now.
He implored persons to take good care of the area and help in any way they can.
We want to appeal to those persons who visit the area. I know some persons would have camping in the area during Easter time, and we want you to help us to protect this area. I mean, if you see something is wrong, you could report it to us. You could do something yourself to help and protect this area. We want to have this area as an area persons could come and enjoy the aesthetic of the area and to be satisfied, whether it's spiritually or whatever the case may be. So we are appealing to the neighboring communities and also those persons who visit this area from time to time to take care of it. Please take care of it. Don't destroy anything. Make your comments, give advice where necessary. There is a book. You could write some comments or some extra advice, and we'll review those and see how we could continue to develop this area for everybody's benefit.
Forestry Officer in the Department of Agriculture, Floyd Liburd. At least one of over 60 parliamentarians who visited Nevis on June 20th, 2017 says her visit to Nevis brought her divine intervention. Honorable Portia Stubbs Smith from the Turks and Caicos Islands told the Department of Information that her visit to the Bath Stream was a rewarding one.
It was good to be able to experience your island. We visited the hot water springs bath. I want to say I met Jesus there and I got healed. Also, I was able to visit your calf and artisan cultural area. I think that the artisans that you have there have to put on a very good exhibit of what Nevis has to offer. And thank you for having us.
The Turks and Caicos parliamentarian was one of several in the group who relished the experience of a therapeutic foot soak in the mineral-rich and historic natural hot springs. It is one of the most popular tourist attractions on the island, managed by the Ministry of Tourism. She also spoke of their visit to the artisan village and described the artisans there as providing a good representation with their craft of what the island has to offer. Daniel James Clark of the House of Assembly in the Commonwealth of Dominica said it was his second visit to Nevis, and the visible changes could only redound to the benefit of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. He urged all to continue to develop the island and to keep it welcoming and friendly. Meantime, Honorable Michael Perkins, Speaker of the St. Kitts and Nevis House of Assembly, in brief comments told the Department of Information that the group was from the delegates attending the 42nd Annual Conference of the Caribbean, the Americas, and the Atlantic region of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, CPA, being held in Bastia.
I'm getting the feeling that they have thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think that was the idea to at least bring them to Nevis, no matter what shorter time it was, at least to get a taste of it, and hopefully in the future, they'll spread the word about Nevis and you'll see them return in greater numbers. So that was the idea.
The group spent 5 hours on Nevis and at the end of their brief tour was hosted at a cocktail reception by Premier of Nevis, Honorable Vance Amory at the Four Seasons Resort. Also present were Deputy Premier of Nevis, Honorable Mark Brantley, Honorable Alexis Jeffers, and Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams. The Nevis International Secondary School hosted its annual open day at the school earlier today.
Today we're having our open house to welcome new students to our school and to show it off to those who wants to join our school today.
Principal of the school, Joy Napier, outlined the various activities that take place at the school.
Every day we work very hard at the school, and it's a time for us to showcase exactly what the students have been up to, their projects, their posters, their models, everything that they have been learning and working on throughout the year. So each classroom has a wonderful display of work. Our students are performing. We have dance, steel pan, drumming. We have poetry that's happening. We are having a delicious lunch at lunchtime. So it's really a day where we share NISS with the community.
The open day was filled with various activities for the students, including song, dance, and poetry recital. Still to come, local couple commends police officers. The details when we return.
If you like dancing and whining and fretting till the morning, if you like drinking, masquerading, live music always playing, if you like islands of blue seas where people always smiling, if you like street jams and bandstands where people will be jamming, don't you miss this time, no. Our festival, our legacy, don't you miss this time, no. The Caribbean's greatest summer lion. Don't you miss this time, no. Our festival, our legacy. Don't you miss this time, no. The Caribbean's greatest summer lion.
Welcome back. A local couple took the time on Thursday, June 22nd, to commend the police and express their appreciation for the actions of officers in response to an incident of robbery involving his wife on Wednesday night, June 21st. The husband told the commissioner, "I want to commend the police for their quick response to my wife's report of the incident. Your response allowed her to regain her handbag, cell phone, and other valuable items." The incident occurred on North Square Street around 8:30 p.m. when she was robbed by an assailant of her handbag containing a number of items. She quickly proceeded to the Bastille police station and reported the incident. The incident was relayed to all units by the telecoms department, and a patrol of recruits in the area of the West Independence Square Street spotted the suspect and gave chase. The suspect was apprehended and taken into custody. Upon hearing of the incident and after receiving the call from the family, Commissioner of Police Quealy and other members of the High Command commended the recruits for their attention and dedication to service. Commissioner of Police Ian Quealy remains confident that the recent investment in national security by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis will continue to yield positive results. The Commissioner, however, urged citizens and residents to be patient as additional projects and programs are rolled out over time. Appearing as a guest on Wednesday's edition of Working for You, Commissioner Quealy said that law enforcement agencies are moving in the right direction when with regards to crime detection and prevention, but stated there is no silver bullet. It does not happen overnight. It takes time to put systems and processes in place, and we are building out those systems and processes as we go along. The police commissioner went on to publicly commend the Team Unity-led government for its investment in national security, particularly in the area of new technologies. The government assigned approximately $72 million to the Ministry of National Security in 2017, the largest yearly budgetary allocation ever given to it. This sum doubles the combined total amount disbursed in 2014 and 2015. The government's support to law enforcement also includes upgrading the fleet of vehicles being used by the different agencies. Last year, vehicles valued at over $800,000 were handed over to the St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force. And that brings us to the end of this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.
Close your eyes. Imagine a green, majestic mountain forever shaded by a snow-white cloud. And listen to the sound of waves gently lapping at your feet, kissed by the winds of the Caribbean Sea. Breathe in the abundant fresh air of this glorious land. Open your eyes. And welcome to my wonderful paradise, my island, Nevis. Hi, I am 21-year-old Claytecia Daniel, and I will be representing the island of Nevis in the 56th annual Miss JC's Queen Show. Known as Owali, land of beautiful waters by its native inhabitants, and later nicknamed Queen of the Caribbean by British settlers for its wealth-creating powers. Nevis has long relied on its natural prowess and resources to create livelihoods for its people, be it the plantation owners from days of old who drew wealth from the very ground, the fishermen who reaped their bounty from the lovely blue Atlantic Ocean or the Caribbean Sea, those who would bottle the island's natural fresh spring waters, those who promote the healing powers of the volcanic hot springs, or the minds who would harness and channel the island's geothermal energy. The people of Nevis have long remained connected to the gifts nature has bestowed. As an ambassador of this majestic island that spans 36 miles across the Caribbean Sea, it is my duty to encourage my people to nurture, preserve, and protect what makes us unique as a people and strong as a country. It is imperative that we care for our surroundings and adopt environmentally friendly practices to safeguard the beauty of our priceless assets and the future of our developing country. Join me on July 30th in beautiful Antigua as I vie for the crown and as I bring this year's Miss JC's theme to life: Nature's Beauties, a celebration of the environment.
This one is going out to the land of my birth, Queen City, Nevis.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.